Time, our most valuable resource. The one thing we all have in common. Doesn't matter where you're from, what you do, how you navigate the world, our days are limited by 24 hours. Time is the planet's ultimate equalizer. Then comes the question, what are we gonna do with those 24 hours? There are some things we all have to do. Sleep, eat, go to the restroom, and a few other things. Because I only have so many hours during the day to do the things that I enjoy, I am constantly trying to find ways to cut down the time on doing the things that I don't enjoy, so I can spend time doing things that matter to me. With all that said, I realized that there are a few things that my friends hadn't thought of, and once they saw me doing, they started incorporating into their own lives. I'm gonna walk you through those 3 things, but I'm also gonna explain to you what my thought process is, because that way you can take the idea and tweak it into your own life. As weird as it may sound, I haven't gone to a place to do groceries in a very long time. What I do instead is I buy them online and I have them delivered. And what also speeds this up is that I use this function for repeated items. That way I can just add or delete items as I go on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And I can confidently say that that has saved me over 5 hours a week, probably way more, but let's shoot on the low side. And this is where it matters. With those 5 hours a week, I decided to instead take singing classes. Now I hold fake memories. You put the glass. I do an hour a week, and you know, I'm fulfilling my time with something that matters to me more than the joy I would get, joy or lack thereof, of going to the grocery shop to buy groceries. I don't particularly enjoy that, but I do enjoy my singing lessons. So this time swap is extremely valuable to me. The second benefit is that I reduce decision fatigue because I am not being bombarded with options and varieties of a product that I already consume and I already like, or I don't have to keep overthinking the types of food I'm going to eat. I keep my diet pretty consistent. It works for me. I do slight variations when I'm in the mood for and when I have the time and mental space. But when I don't, I keep it simple. And that frees my brain to do things that I care more about. I've been living in New York City for a few years now, and it's the reality of many, including myself, of not having a washing machine and dryer in your apartment. In this case, the conversation is very simple. I value my time more than I value my dollars. So every couple of weeks, I get my clothes, I drop them off, I pay a little extra for it, and they will wash it as I ask them to. They will fold it nicely, and then all I have to do is go pick them up a few hours later and put them in my closet. Sure, you could sit there and say, oh, but I can, do work while my clothes are washing and drying, I can read, whatever. You're correct, you could. However, you're also adding tasks to your day. You're making this checklist of things and you're adding on to it, which adds stress into your life. And the other thing is that I remember that before I started dropping them off and picking them up, I was always stressed that someone could, intentionally or not, pick up my clothes and leave and walk out. And I know for a fact that not stressing about that is worth the extra dollars for me. Okay, let's talk about the third one, and I have a bonus right after that. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. This quote is often attributed to Abraham Lincoln, but there seems to be no solid evidence that it was in fact him. Some other sources claim he was an anonymous woodsman, and I've linked the sources in case you're curious. Now this one is, in my opinion, the coolest one. Whenever you need to get a task done, being the first time I'm doing this thing, I ask myself 2 questions. 1, does it need to get done? Because the best time management advice you can possibly give to somebody and receive is don't spend time on things that you shouldn't spend time on. Does this task matter? Is it important? Should I do it? And then the second question, which is where I'm going to focus today, what is the fastest and best way to accomplish this task, to complete this task? Recently, my video editor and I went from Premiere Pro to DaVinci Resolve. Yes, YouTubers, you succeeded. Thanks. But I spent the first 30 minutes researching the basics. Wait, how do I learn this? Because since I already knew another program, it was relatively simple to transfer and learn the new cuts. But immediately after that, I started researching, how do we make this faster? Is it using pre-made animated texts? Is it focusing on keyboard shortcuts? Is it using AI to cut silences? And you get the point. You can use these questions and adjust them to your needs. but I have never regretted making this initial assessment. Now, to the bonus topic. I have been consistently working out for over 10 years now, and I know that this is directly related to the fact that I lack rules for myself. Yes, lack of rules. Whenever I'm crunched up on time, instead of saying, I can't go to the gym because I can't commit to, an hour and a half or an hour, 20 minutes or 2 hours to go to the gym, I work out at home because it's quick. It doesn't always have to be the best workout ever. It's about consistency. It's about putting in the reps even when you don't feel like it. When I remove the boundaries, the rules that I can only work out if I go to the gym and that's the only way it counts, then I allow myself to take those 30 minutes and make it happen. I bought 2 kettlebells and I use a mat from my not so successful yoga days, and I get workouts with it. And you can quickly research kettlebell workouts here on YouTube. I'll link a couple people that I get motivation from or workouts from, but you can find this information and you can get pretty freaking decent workouts by just that, and they don't have to be long. Again, this lack of rules, lack of unless this then that has allowed me to make use of small chunks of time. To recap the 3 points I promised you, here's the link in case you'd like to screenshot it. First, food made simple. Second, clothing made simple. Third, sharpen the axe. And a bonus, workouts that work. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Luis, and in this channel, we're talking about making intentional choices with our days. So if you feel like you have any ideas that I haven't mentioned here that you think someone else may benefit from in terms of saving time with these routines that I showed you today, drop in the comment section, because it might help somebody and they're so interested, and I'm always looking for something that I can implement into my own days. And we've been trying to build this community here of like-minded individuals who realize that they can take control of their time in their lives, and they want to do better, and they want to foster, and they want to talk about these things. So thank you again for your time. Hope you have a good day.